next group here, let's switch over here.
Yep.
We got on the left ZZZ, and it's pronounced ZZZ, not ZZZ. He was very clear about that.
Oh. I feel like that's taking a shot at some particular verbiage out there.
Yeah, so this is Louis, and he started playing DDR in 2002 around the era of DDR Extreme. So he's an old school player. And they're about to start here with their warm-up.
All right, so we're getting into warm-ups right now.
Let's put the, might as well put head-to-head here just to see how they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And
of course, kay0ss here on the right, John from the San Francisco Bay Area.
So you might recognize kay0ss, probably one of the most storied dance rhythm game players. You probably see him. He's better known for a lot of his freestyle. Shout out to the Freestyle Takeover crew out there in the area, the crew that puts a lot of emphasis on freestyle and dance.
He started in 1999 with DDR First Mix.
Yeah.
And with First Mix, you know, people were still trying to figure out how the game was supposed to be played. And by default, back then, freestyle was the way to play.
Correct.
So John is also a dancer, and he's been dancing pretty much the entire time since DDR. He said DDR got him into dancing, which, you know, I feel like that happens to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Is they play this video game, they've never danced in their life, and they're like, wait a second, this is actually an incredible part of the human experience. Let's go. Okay.
All right. Production things just happen, just to make sure things are going well. But yeah, I definitely see a lot of people can see themselves in kay0ss. And shout out to Konami, Bimani recently for putting out a lot of games that also cater to dancers. Dance Rush, which I know a lot of you are familiar with that. You've seen me about. Recently, Dance Around, which I absolutely love because it gets more of like the people who are new to rhythm games, a little bit more casual to come in there.
The results on this song, ZZZ coming out with 9 perfect, and
kay0ss with 12.
kay0ss with 12. Very clean scores. So this is their warm-up game. They're going to be playing a couple more songs to warm up here. And just to reiterate, this is they're both playing together, but the songs that they will be playing in this set, which you can see down here below in the Pool A section, they will be playing this entire song list, and they will be playing them. Everyone else in this pool will be playing them, and at the end of the round, the
top two.
The top two from that round will go on. And the top 2 will be determined by each song having a rank that each player receives based on their score, and these give them points which are then tabulated at the end.
Correct. So that being said, once we rotate through this entire pool, we're going to tabulate it up, we're going to get the results, and then we're going to move into Pool B, where you're going to see a different selection of songs. Each player that comes into these pools, they get to pick a song that's between a 15 and an 18. We're not getting into 19 yet. Between the 15 and the 18 of their choice, it gets added to that entire section, and that's basically the playlist. I like to kind of liken it as a playlist of songs that you're going to play, that everyone plays. So just as a reminder, because a lot of people did ask, the song list, we have kay0ss CSP. Dwayne picked that one. Last choice picked Come to Life CSP. We have Triple Journey CSP, Possession ESP. ZZZ picked ORCA. kay0ss picked Try Perfect. Pac Rob picked NGO ESP, and Chris picked Fascination MAXX ESP.
This track that they're playing here, No Plan Days by Toriana.
It's a banger.
Straightforward 16.
It's a banger, that's what it is. Shout out to Toriana, who throughout all of the Bimani games that songs have been in, every single one of them have been fire, dude. I've been greatly enjoying Toriana's songs. And this song from one of the extra songs that was from the Over 200 folder. I like to say this song goes. Those bursts right there, you're doing it at about 200 BPM. So it's a little bit of like an entry to foot speed type of song. Not too stamina draining for if you just happen to be coming into that, but it's a good song to work on if you really want to start training your foot speed.
Yeah, so this song, the previous song, and the next song are going to be warm-ups for, or are they starting now?
Let's see. I think
they're asking them if they.
Shout out to Oliver,
they
aka Telepron, one of our co-TOs. Yeah, you were just asking like, hey, do you want one more, or you just want to?
Right.
Shakinetsu Part 2. I will say, for this song being as infamous as it is, in starting off in 2DX for being yet a song that held the record for the most scratch notes in the game, and then it coming to other games, it could use more jumps. I see, chat. I like to lean into the beautiful. I love the yo. Let me get some sun. If you are in Twitch chat, let me get some sunny boys. Let me see some sunshine. Let me get some yo out there. But I like to lean into the gimmicks. I like some ridiculousness in charts. I want to see an 18 where you get step jumps all over the place to take over Prey. I want that. Love it. Chat painting us with the yo's. There it is. Sunshine.
Also another relatively straightforward 16.
Yes. And both of them still sitting on a PFC. They're within 1 point of each other, showing their absolute just great knowledge of this chart. I don't know about you, Chad. I'm over here. I'm bopping in my seat. This song is a heater. This gets you going. This makes you want to get out your seat and just, if you're at home, you have some things to do around the house. This gets you up and makes you start washing some dishes, cleaning. If you're at work, maybe you bob your head and work a little bit harder. And if you're out in the sun, you just
whatever
you're
doing, just it's gonna help you MA.
You're gonna MA them dishes. That's right. But both of them still on a beautiful PFC right now. kay0ss with a little bit better MA on this song.
I would say the only thing about this song that seems a little challenging is that it feels kind of long, just like Shakinetsu Part 1, Beach Side Bunny.
Yeah, this song is long. And it's not. I think it's the same cut that's from 2DX. So you're not getting a DDR cut. You're getting that full, like over 2 minutes, close like 2:22.
Yeah. So the real challenge here is about keeping your concentration during the entire thing. It was really easy to start zoning out.
Right. Beautiful.
Nice.
So they finished their warm-up right there, ZZZ, with that PFC. Yeah, we don't talk about money score. Money score is for
I
your
love
own
money
reference.
score personally, because money score makes you do it perfectly. If you didn't have money score, what would you do? You would just get some really good EX score, I guess. It's like, oh, I got 2018 EX on this. And you're like, okay, like what is that? I guess that's.
I like
what's
money
the
score.
max?
I like money score on the casual side because it's if you if you play at a high enough level, or if you're close enough on the chart, you can easily tell. Just like, all right, this is how close I am.
Yeah.
This is this, and this is where like I need to shoot for.
Yeah.
But in terms of, I will never condone money score in any official
it's
head-to-head format. You can get scammed on money score, and that's not just in DDR. That's just across all rhythm games in general.
I see what you're saying. I mean, I get the arguments. I just feel like with the completionist nature of DDR, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I can see that.
DDR, like, most songs aren't hard enough to where you're likely to get lots of misses, and the point is to do all of it perfectly. And so having a score system that punishes you not doing it perfectly makes sense.
Okay.
But for a tournament, of course, you really don't want that. And you don't want it primarily because of hardware failure.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you get a pad miss or something, then it's not great.
I'd say it definitely punishes you way harder for like pad misses. And
so you would never want to use money score for a tournament, but I do think that playing by yourself, it's a good indicator.
All right, so we are about to go over as these two are about to start pulls. We've seen it already. We are going straight to Fascination MAXX ESP.
Yeah. So expert chart for Fascination MAXX, aka Fax, by players ZZZ and kay0ss.
All right, kay0ss doing what he does best, hyping him up. Here we go, chat.
Show me what you got.
All right, let's go. You gotta love a song that starts with a jump scare.
It tells you to get good immediately. Here we go into the first slowdown. kay0ss still sitting on, or ZZZ still sitting on that up. I'm sorry, I said it, chat. But both players are on the pith now. Within 1 to 0 points of each other into the slowdown. Both of them handling it beautifully.
Very nice.
kay0ss picked up a great right at that drill section before the next speed up.
The timing of this part here, the rhythms are deliberately awkward. The steps also deliberately awkward.
All right, here we go as we get to the section right before the stop.
All right, ZZZ's clinching that PFC. Let's see if he can keep it.
All right, and kay0ss still doing a really good job. Oh, he picks up a miss right there. And just from what I can kind of tell, it looks like the miss, it looks like his foot probably wasn't on the up arrow kind of close enough, like he thought he was bracketing it, and he just kind of whiffed it.
All right.
Oh, and Z picks up a miss right at the end, but good score from both.
Crazy stuff.
1879 to 1830 from kay0ss.
You really just kind of gotta give it up to people who are pretty much full comboing Fascination MAXX.
I mean, let's keep it real here.
If you just take it all out of context and if you just watch that without knowing what's going on here, even just that is extremely
wild.
crazy.
We are always wilding. But that's what I'm talking about. I describe this whole weekend as like, you know, you see people warming up and just getting these cracked scores, and you go, yep, that's right, you're supposed to be here. Yep.
Yeah.
Top players on the planet, man, all here. Love to see it. This is high level play. The
qualifying round is pretty rough, and we can talk about that here in a moment. But so this next track, kay0ss Challenge, and we have
tail of the tape, kay0ss
got
with 55 perfects on it.
It's relatively even though. We got 999-430 versus 450. Or wait, was that 998?
Yeah, 998 from
okay,
Z.
never mind. Yeah. Misread. Apologies.
All right, and Z been playing for both of these players. Both old school players do have the chart knowledge on this. So it's just going to kind of come down to a matter of just like they're maybe not being a little too anxious, which I do kind of see out of Z. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get this free section right there. We're gonna go ahead and reset. Let's get it. kay0ss doing a good job. I see him ghost stepping on a lot of these sections, embodying the name. But Z, before that good, just actually completely MFC'd that entire section. Yeah, I think so. From what I can tell, it may have been a while since ZZZ has played this chart, because you can kind of see a little bit of the anxiety on some of the stops. He's a little bit unsure. And if you played, you know, back in the Supernova days, if you did play the expert chart a lot more, the skips and the gallops and the patterning is a lot different. So it's just like relearning the entire song all over again on the CSP.
Woo! All right.
You do gotta love the spicy turns that were coming out of Z at the end. Doing a good job crushing. 11-14, 11-78. kay0ss with just one miss.
It's definitely a song that you pick specifically to like just wash people out who haven't played it in a while.
Oh yeah, it's a pool killer.
Some of these songs in this list are kind of DDR mainstays like Facts or you know, Come to Life, Possession, TJ. Like those songs, you can kind of expect pretty much every top level player to do well on them. But kay0ss, a lot of times what happens, people will play it a lot, PFC it, and then just kind of forget.
Yeah, exactly. And kay0ss is, I'll say, out of all the tournaments I've seen over the past maybe like 5 years or so, kay0ss CSP is usually a chart that's picked explicitly to counterpick people.
Yeah. All right, Come to Life challenge. And
we saw this earlier.
Yeah, when this song came out, when this chart came out, everyone was saying it was the easiest 18. And there are new 18s now that are a lot of them actually, that are easier than this. But really, it's not that easy. It's still a challenge 18. It's got hella steps. It's 180 BPM.
And you're doing some of those runs at full 180 BPM, going right into.
And you're gonna have to move even faster than that for those crossovers.
Exactly.
Relatively clean to getting both of them there.
All right, as we get ready to cross into the 300 EX points at the end of this run. Both players still sitting on that pip right after that freeze. As we speed back up in a moment. We look at the tape. About a 5-point differential between the two. And we go into these runs right here.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, kay0ss picking up a couple misses right there.
Yeah, so Captain Carbon in the chat noticed that both of these players are playing slower than some of the previous players. I think that's common for extremely old school players. They tend to read a little bit slower.
Yeah, you kind of dial it in after a certain point. You kind of figure out what's a little bit comfortable. Plus, there's a little bit of stuff to kind of play with if you're playing a song with like a lot of BPM changes, kind of like this, where you don't want to have it too fast that the chart gets away from you at the high speed. And can we talk about how both of them just kind of nailed that section?
Yeah, they did.
But they both picked up a great right out the end of it.
Nice combo on ZZZ's side. Oh, very good. Let's go.
All right, here we go to the last speed up of the song. And Z picking up his first miss right there towards the end.
All right, nice job by both of these guys here.
All right, shout out to both players. Good set for both of them. 23-34 to 22-73. All right, both of the players, like I said.
The MA on ZZZ's side was quite impressive.
All right, so hopefully now at this point both of them kind of get to take a chance to like take a breather, drink some water. That is a thing with the Denver air up here. It's drier, so like you can just feel the moisture being.
There's less O2 molecules floating around.
Like
so if you need to metabolize some ATP, you're going to have a harder time.
Yeah, you're sponge bobbing it a little bit just out of the water. You're drying up.
Yeah.
And you can see it a little bit from both of them that they're a little bit gassed. So I absolutely hope they get to take as much time as they can to kind of like recover, get as much of that blood flowing, that oxygen back into the system. And let's get at it because that set is still going. We got ORCA and Triple Journey coming up next.
Yeah, what is the altitude here in Denver? I mean, they say Mile High City. I don't know.
We're the Mile High City. I think it's around 6,000 stream monsters out there. Someone's going to beat me to it, quote me on it, as to what the actual precise altitude in Denver is.
Elevation right here in Littleton is 5,351
So we are just shy of a mile.
Or 1,631 meters for people who live outside the United States. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's pretty tall.
So yeah, if you're not familiar, if you live anywhere else in the world that is not this high, you're going to have a little bit trouble acclimating.
Yeah.
You're going to find that you're a little bit out of breath. You don't recover as quickly, maybe. And as I said, the air is real dry up here. So
yeah, it's in Star Trek terms, this is similar to the environment of a Class L planet.
Ooh, talk nerdy to me.
It's not quite Class M.
Love it. And this is your reminder, chat. Wherever you are, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're getting W's and winning out there. Stay hydrated.
Yeah.
This is your chance. Drink water. Drink whatever fluids that you have nearby.
Yeah.
No one likes it when you're thirsty. I hope we're all doing well out there.
So on commentary, we got Jamario Ajikin here.
You know
and I'm Roger Clark from SF Evolved, and we're just really excited to be at this tournament here. We have a couple more days of this, so we got the rest of today, and
we have
tomorrow and Saturday.
Yep, second set of pools are going to be tomorrow. We're going to have pool C. We're going to have pools D, E, and F tomorrow, so make sure you check out the site to see who's going to be in those pools and cheer for your faves, or just cheer for everyone having a great time.
Everyone here is my favorite.
I'm just so happy to see everyone. But both players they're now ready. They're getting into ORCA. Let's go, Chad.
Let's go with ORCA.
All right, beautiful from both of them. Both of them showing that they have the chart knowledge on this. Love watching Z putting a little bit of extra oomph in all of those. Here we go into the speed up.
Very nice PFC from both so far.
Both of them, as we talked about, kay0ss picking up a miss. Both of them playing at a lower speed. kay0ss playing at 2.5, Z playing at, it looks like, if I'm correct, is that 2.75? A little bit faster than that. Yes, and shout out to the Cyber Note skin. It's the tech from a lot of people. If I'm correct, correct me if I'm wrong. The tech is that it's a little bit more transparent and it's not as kind of obnoxious to have if the notes are up in front, or if the combo counter is up in front. 375. Okay. So Z.
I'm kind of shook by ZZZ's performance on this. What's going on here? He's just ripping.
He is going
what is this?
Crazy.
Let's go.
But kay0ss looking also pretty crisp with that MA at those points too. MA that entire run. Wild. Love it, love it, love it.
Jesus.
And Z gets the PFC 2010.
That's so sick. Oh my God.
My guy just rips out
30 piece.
Just rips out a 30 piece on ORCA.
Is that 30?
30.
Oh damn. Jesus.
ZZZ, as you'll notice, one of the few kind of upper foot toe players out there.
Ja, beides, man.
You'd love to see it. kay0ss a little bit more of a minimal player, so that kind of helped him out on a lot of those runs. But we're going to go to triple journey. Because both players, like I said, just take all the time. You know, there is a time limit, but they do. I would recommend taking all of that time to get a lot of that stamina and that energy back.
Let's copy this timer. Where's the this? TJ challenge, triple journey.
You saw it before.
This is some straight up stamina MA.
Saw it before with Chris and Spencer, so we get to see how these two handle it.
So Chris and Spencer are, you know, when I think of those guys, I have very strong like ITG vibes. When I think of these guys are old school DDR players. So I feel like the results on some of these songs are going to be pretty different compared to like, you know, what they've been concentrating on throughout their dance game career.
Z with a 99.5, kay0ss with a 98.3. So we're going to see, you know.
Yeah, I feel like that's not what I would imagine kay0ss's ceiling to be on that.
Correct. And it's a tournament, so I'm expecting to see some up scores.
It's entirely possible for him to triple A it in this tournament.
I'm looking forward to it. Triple Journey Toes Edition. That's right. Root for your faves. Here we go, chat. Here we go. All right, both players still sitting on that pip as we go into this. Within about 2 points of each other. Doing great. And kay0ss picked up a miss right there. But, you know, coming out of the miss, kay0ss still with a PFC, so miss not doing too much. Just only has him down by about 15 points from Z. And Z picks up his first miss right there.
So it's worth noting here, people in the chat are going crazy about it, but ZZZ he's playing on his toes for the most part. You can see he's doing some flat-footed stuff, but a lot of the footwork he's playing on his toes, which is the way that that Scooby didn't really work out for either of them. But playing on your toes is the way that people first started playing DDR before they moved to flat-footed. And there's a lot of players who still do that deliberately, as they just never wanted to change.
We get the freeze, and we're about to go into the first just drills. Oh, here we go. Both of them handling it beautifully. Good job on both players. Z just breaking into the 1900s. kay0ss not too far behind by about 30. Here we go into the last run.
Nice, let's go.
All right, beautiful, beautiful from both of them. You can definitely see ZZZ just kind of like, oh God, I can't believe I did that. All right, so
about a 40 point spread on that.
Yeah, 80, it looks like 80 and three greats. All right, so next up we have Possession ESP. Both players definitely feeling the stamina drain on this.
ZZZ was well known for kind of ripping way back in the day at the MIT arcade.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing that he was that monster out in those parts. So still playing, still keeping up, being very consistent. Both players very storied players, a lot of history with the game. kay0ss with, it looks like he does have a PFC at 99.74, so he's looking at about 26. And ZZZ with 4 perfects.
Yeah, so people are asking who's playing. ZZZ, aka Louis. He's old school player who started around 2002, right when DDR Extreme came out, and He's playing on his toes, and he just ripped ORCA really hard. On the right, we've got kay0ss, aka John, and John is a very well-known player from the San Francisco Bay Area. He's a dancer, and right now he's having a discussion with Oliver, one of the tournament organizers.
I think they're
both
both
of these guys are like
yeah.
really, really tired.
Yeah, they're both, taking advantage of that break that they got. Chatting it out. And that's the thing I do love about these events is that no matter how you feel about, whatever the rhythm game scene or how you may feel about like specific charts, it's all love. A lot of us, we haven't seen each other in years. Some of us, may have only known each other from online. So it's really awesome that we get to bring around this international scene and finally get to put faces to names, I like to call it. It's been an absolutely great week so far, and there's so much more to come. As we all converge here at the Mile High City. All right, so they're about to go ahead and get in the possession ESP. I definitely say out of this whole entire set that they played, this is the easier one.
All right, let's go. Possession, probably one of the easier tracks in this set.
Yes.
We can expect good scores from both players on this. ZZZ keeping the white combo.
All right, as we get to the free slowdown. kay0ss with only,
I'll got some flub there in slowdown from ZZZ, but he's making it up for a new white combo.
All right, into the jump section. We clap in our hearts for this section. But can we talk about how they both, even after the kind of like the foibles right there, they're both still sitting on a white combo coming out of it.
They just get a miss or whatever, then bring it right back to white.
Oh. All right, ZZZ getting tripped up a little bit on that.
Got ZZZ on a great there.
They're still sitting on a full combo just from the time that they broke it, so shout out to both of them. As we get to this little section right here, right before we get to the last jump section. Both of them looking clean, definitely making up for their misses. Actually, they're within 10 points of each other, actually. So this is an actual competitive head-to-head if we were within this situation.
Nice.
All right. ZZZ, 1846.
Difference is kind of minimal on that one. To reiterate for people who just joined the chat, this is not necessarily a match. What's going on right now is a round-robin pool. So each player in this pool, and you can look on the website to see what the pool is.
We saw, if you're on Twitch, Tiza just posted it in the chat. If you are watching on YouTube,
and
here you go.
Essentially, every player in the pool gets matched up with someone, plays a warm-up set, and then these songs. So everyone is being really drained here. They're being tested. And at the end of the pool, the rankings on each song will be converted into points, and the points will be tabulated, and the top two players from the pool move on to the next bracket.
Yeah, so, and with it, and the pool, and all of the songs are going to be 15 through 18. Because we're all top, this is top level. This is top level DDR.
These are the top 48 players who participated in the qualifying period. And the qualifying, there were, I would say, 200 people, maybe
so,
over
Roger,
that.
Let's tell chat, let's tell the audience, what were those qualifying songs?
So the qualifying songs were insanely difficult, and I don't know if I agreed with them personally, but they were
we start off
Typhon, kay0ss, Terror Technics, Possession 20th, Tokyo Shinwa, Elemental Creation, and Max Period. And all those are just kind of impossible. That was a Renatalis choice.
It was very much a Renatalis choice. Renatalis had great joy at picking those.
All right, so back to the match, or not necessarily the match, let's just say the pool, what is this?
So we're continuing the pools. We're actually in the last two. So this next one, Try Perfect, as a lot of people like to call it, Sai Shou Sanbai Kanzansu. So I thank God for
Sai Shou Sanbai Kanzensu. Okay. Yeah.
And that is something that I did notice a lot of the players. It's really kind of cool also when you get all these players here. You get to see the little bit of the tech that all these people have kind of adopted.
Yeah.
Some people choosing to use your standard sudden plus for the songs that have these wild BPM changes, and then some people just playing with sudden plus kind of constantly on.
Yeah, I think Chris just played it on a high-speed mod.
Yeah.
And had most of it memorized.
Correct.
And that's always a strategy if you want to do that.
So it's always very fascinating to see how people adapt to different songs and you know how they process it and kind of strategize going into it. As we look at the scores, we have ZZZ with 99.6, kay0ss with 99.3. So both of them pretty close to each other. The only difference is that ZZZ does have a great full combo on this song. As he's showing the camera love right there. So, but once again, I hope all of you are having a good time, enjoying some of this love, some of this good-ass DDR that we have going on today. As all of the best players in the world converge here on the Mile High City. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here. All 480 of you in chat. You love to see it. Thank you so much, every single one of you, for being here. All right, so set that we have the penultimate song between these two for this set. Try Perfect starting right away, not giving you much of a chance. ZZZ playing sudden plus right there. kay0ss playing with sudden plus with a little bit more real estate for him to kind of work with. Both players handling the slow down beautifully, only within a couple of points of each other. Still sitting within a few points of each other, handling the drills well.
Very, very nice. I'm honestly surprised at both of their performance here.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised by kay0ss just absolutely ripping it with a perfect combo. This was his pick, actually.
Oh, that makes sense. That would explain why he's doing so well.
And
yeah, ZZZ's no slouch on this either, you know. This track is kind of controversial, super gimmicky, a lot of fast runs, a lot of stuff you got to memorize.
And both of them kind of had a little bit of trouble on that drill section right before this slowdown.
I'm also surprised by the fact that the ZZZ playing on his toes doesn't really seem to be impacting his ability to execute those drills.
All right, both of them still within about 10 points of each other. kay0ss did pick up a good right there, ZZZ as well. And the awkward pause as they both go up to slap the pad. Yes. And within 1 point of each other. Here we go, let's go. 1903 to 1904. As they laugh it out, just like, are you really?
That's crazy.
Yeah, both of them definitely suffering the equal amount of stamina drain. you can see it. And to our last song, the only 15 of this set. The only 15 of this set. NGO.
Yeah. So NGO, also another controversial song. We're kind of repeating ourselves a little bit, but hey, who knows who has joined the chat and who hasn't in the past little while. NGO is, I would say, one of the trickier 15s, and it's a song that if you're going for the PFC, the perfect full combo on the 15 folder, you're very likely to play this song a lot. So what's going to happen is you're going to have to memorize all the kind of ridiculous little points in this track, and it kind of leads you to, some people end up liking it because they play it so much. I kind of like it.
On top of it, the sync is wild, and it's especially wild on a lot of the slowdowns.
I love broken sync songs. It's just if the song is on sync, it's free. But
I'm not going to say you're alone on that.
If you mess it up, you got to put your mind into it, you know?
You're not alone on that hill, but the hill is not very populated with that.
I mean, what are we going to do? Just play Awake and, like, you know, just all songs like that. Everything's straightforward. No, there's no busted sync, you know, like, everything's good.
But yeah, this song is quite something, but it grows on you. As you kind of said before, if you're definitely trying to get that 15 folder clear, you're going to play this song a lot. You're going to play this song
looks like
quite
ZZZ has no score on it at all on the 15. So that's kind of interesting.
But he does have the 18. So he's not going in completely blind to it because a lot of like the gimmicks are the same. If anything, it's just the charting is a little technical in a different way.
Yeah.
So to speak. And yeah, Z picking up a couple of those greats in that slowdown. Like I said, it's something happens in those slowdowns because of how this chart is quantized. But kay0ss still sitting on that PFC.
You can see ZZZ doing the true old school Toes player thing where he's executing all of the crossovers, even if he doesn't have to.
And this song was actually a Pac Rob pick.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Pac Rob play that.
Into the slowdowns.
I'd say kay0ss is ripping.
And Z, you know, for what is a sight read of a chart, is still doing pretty well.
I suspect he has seen it because he has a score on the 18. So.
Yes, exactly. You know, familiar with you know the nuances of the chart, but just kind of getting a little bit off on the timing during those really weird sync
Let's
sections.
watch ZZZ's feet, like, starting right now.
All right, if you're a fan of turns, here we go. Yo, look at, oh, those Scoobies are crisp.
Very nice. Very nice. So,
amazing set. Absolutely amazing set.
Got a 70-point difference between these two. Hey. And again, to reiterate, this is not a match. They're playing in a round-robin pool. So no one is winning against each other when they're playing next to each other. So just wanted to make that clear.
Yeah, absolutely. So we just got done with the second pairs, so we still have 4 more competitors to go.
Yeah, it's gonna keep being intense for the entire thing.
All right, but chat, we're gonna go ahead and right as we set up for the next set, we're gonna go ahead and take a tiny little break, just a few minutes as we just kind of get some logistical stuff settled
For sure.
out. You know, don't go anywhere. If you do, don't go far. Go ahead and stay hydrated. Go ahead and top off your beverage, whatever it may be. Get yourself a little snack. Don't go too far, but we will be right back.
Yeah. See you soon.